I have been asked I don't even know how many times to do this. So finally, we are going to be rebuilding a team with only SEC players. We are going to do a fantasy draft to pick only SEC players, and for every draft and every free agent, we can only add SEC players. And I haven't really looked at who our options are going to be or really even thought about it. I haven't even really thought about who our QB is going to be. So I'm going to go into this blind, and I think this is going to be really, really fun. And we are going to see if we can get this team of SEC players a Super Bowl win. And I'm going to keep this intro super short. So get a drink, get a snack, get whatever. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like. And if we can get to 1,500 likes on this video, which we have been easily hitting, if we hit that, it'll let me know that y'all want to see another one of these. I could do Pac-12, I could do Big Ten. Well, I guess the Pac-12's dead, but you get the point. I'll do another one of these if we hit 1,500 likes. And be sure to subscribe for more. Once we hit 30K, I have a very fun, long rebuild planned. And, you know, it'll make you an OG of the channel for whenever we hit, 10 million subscribers, definitely. And let me know any fun rebuild suggestions y'all have down below. I don't have a specific one for this one because, like I said, I've been suggested this about a million times. But if you have any fun, crazy rebuild ideas, let me know down below. But without further ado, that's enough yapping, and let's get into this fantasy draft. What pick are we gonna have? Okay, that could be worse. Now, who is the best option available? We could get Nick Bosa, but Ohio State, so we can't do that. Are there any good QBs? I mean, there's Matt Stafford, but he's old. Ooh, there's Bryce Young. We could try to, get an actual NFL caliber surrounding cast around him. I'm not gonna do that round one, though, obviously. Okay, well, I think our best bet is Myles Garrett. In my opinion, the best pass rusher in the league isn't very old yet at 27, and he is insane in this game a lot of the time, so let's take him here. I don't know how he's still available. Ooh, and the wide receivers are already thinning out quite a lot. We could go Mike Evans, but he's old. Amari Cooper, kind of old. I'm kind of thinking DeVonta Smith. I mean, I only have him at an 85, but only 24 with star dev here. Not the flashiest super early pick because, again, he's only an 85, but we should be able to develop him, so let's take him here. Oh, it feels like the good players are just flying off the board here. I'm looking at corner, but Jamel Dean at already 26 years old is our best option. I mean, not that 26 is old, but for Madden, I don't know. We really do need a corner, though, so let's go with Jamel Dean out of Auburn. Ooh, and I know we don't really have offense yet, but Jalen Carter is still available. Yes, please. Ooh, should we go Mac Jones? We do need a QB. There's Will Levis, too. You know what? Call me absolutely insane. Mac Jones is actually decent in this game. I'm not going to commit to him necessarily, but if he plays well, I don't know, we'll see. And people forget he was actually really good as a rookie, so maybe we can just make the excuse that we, got that old Mac Jones back. I don't know. It's either him or Will Levis, but Will Levis is terrible in this game. Yeah, let's go with Mac Jones. Feels wrong, but we're going to do it. And the last pick I'm going to show, let's actually go with Najee Harris. He's dealt with a terrible O-line in Pittsburgh, and we are yet to draft a lineman, so surely that'll go much better, right? Let's go with Najee. Sorry. But I will obviously make the rest of these picks. I'm not going to show all of them, but I'll see what I can do, and hopefully we can end up with a pretty good team. But here's a look at the team we drafted, and it is interesting. I don't know if this is better or worse than I expected, but I'm realizing I very much went for the strategy of, players that become good in this game later on, like Mac Jones, Najee Harris, DeVonta Smith. At least on offense. Our defense is kind of the same way, but just very young. I don't know if all these guys turn into studs necessarily, but they definitely have the potential to. Especially our D-line. I mean, Myles Garrett, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, that sounds good to me. And we definitely have some problems with this team. We don't really have a good defensive tackle outside of Jalen Carter. We don't really have any good safeties. Our linebackers are young, but not good yet. Same with our corners outside of Jamel Dean. But we are really looking to develop those guys, and I think we can. And if we can't, guess what? We can still just sign free agents from the SEC and draft players from the SEC. So this is going to be a fun rebuild. I've never really done anything like this before. And sure, we're going to be a little limited, but this could be a really, really good team by the end. So again, enough yapping. Let's get into the rebuild, and let's get to the midseason point of year one, and we will see how this team is doing. But at the midseason point of year one, we are 4-3. I'm not going gonna lie, that's better than I thought we would be. Now, I forgot to mention this, but we did actually end up getting a pretty good offensive line. Probably my least favorite thing about the fantasy drafts is how little the CPU values offensive linemen. Like, it'll pick a backup QB before it picks, like, you know, a pretty good offensive lineman, like all of these guys. But hey, I definitely won't complain. That benefits me, so, you know, we take those. And we actually have a breakout DB scenario. Ooh, Jordan Battle. Wait, that could be huge. Hold the Titans to less than 200 passing yards, which is doable. I mean, they're like a run-only team in this game, pretty much. Or get Jordan Battle 1+, like any of those stats. Pick, force fumble, tackle for loss, or a sack. And we'll check if we can hit that. We're probably going to lose to the Titans, just because that's what happens whenever they're breakout games, but we have some re-signings to worry about. Thankfully, we have a ton of money, but we already have to re-sign Najee Harris, Jamel Dean, Ernest Jones, which is maybe a good thing, because these guys are going to develop, and, you know, before they develop, they're going to be cheaper, obviously, so that's probably a good thing. There are more players here than I expected, though. But Najee Harris, 5 years, 44 mil. Ooh, he doesn't take it. Why? All right. Jamel Dean, 4 years, 50 mil. He resigns. I'm worried about Najee, though. That would suck if we lost him. 5 years, 32 mil for Ernest Jones. Nakobe Dean is very cheap. And then the rest of these guys are pretty much depth for now, so I'll resign some of them, and I will just see y'all at the end of the season. Or no, I lied. We'll see if we hit the breakout. Okay, well, we do beat the Titans, thankfully. It looks like our defense didn't do amazing. We allowed 24 points, but let's see if he hit it. Ooh, okay. Jordan Battle now has star dev. He also got 5,000 XP. Let's see, did he get the stat, or did we hold them to less than 200 passing yards? We only allowed 180 passing yards. Did he also hit, you know, the stats he needed? No, he only had one tackle. I'm glad we held them, because he didn't really do anything. All right, well, either way, we'll take it. Okay, well, we almost won out. We finished 13-4. So we went, what, 9-1 in the second half of the year? Let's check how that happened real quick. Mac Jones with 3,600 yards. It looks like we didn't pass a whole lot. Mac Jones had 27 touchdowns, though, only 8 picks. I mean, he was decent for sure. Najee Harris almost 1,400 yards, only 4.1 per carry, which is pretty good. That's fine. 17 touchdowns, though. Definitely a good year from him. Not much for receiving, though. I mean, it was pretty well balanced, but no, like, insane numbers. But Devontae Smith, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. Evan Ingram, almost 900 yards. The blocking wasn't bad. I thought we would do a little better, considering, you know, we didn't pass that much, but it wasn't terrible. And then Drew Sanders led the team in tackles with 118 tackles for loss, 22 for Myles Garrett, 19, oh my god, 19 for Carter, 18 for Nolan Smith, and 11 for Christian Harris. I didn't even know he would be playing that much. And then sacks, Nolan Smith led the team with 9. If he can get defensive rookie of the year, oh boy, we could be making something special here. Like, this could be insane. Myles Garrett with only 8.5 though. You know what it is? I realized after the first game, right? I switched the defensive scheme to a 4-3, but the playbook I left as a 3-4. I left it just as the Falcons. But we won the first game and our defense looked pretty good, so I didn't want to change it, and I still don't think I'm going to change it, because we were 13-4. I'm not changing anything, but that's probably why some of the numbers were a little weird. But until it starts to not work, I'm not going to change it. We'll leave it. It did maybe make Myles Garrett not do super well, though, and then interceptions. Whoa, are we going to top 2 for defensive rookie of the year? I mean, probably not, but I think we'll get 3 guys up there in Drew Sanders, Jalen Jones, and then Nolan Smith. Maybe even Jalen Carter, probably. But yeah, Jalen Jones, 5 interceptions, 2 for Ernest Jones, Drew Sanders, Cam Smith, and Jordan Battle, and then 1 for a few players. Our defense did way better than I expect, but Patrick Mahomes wins MVP now on the Bengals. What an interesting list. Josh Allen on the 49ers, I don't know how well that would work. I feel like he's too aggressive. But Mac Jones was up there at number 10. That's huge. Okay, if he can keep playing the way he is, I'm excited to see how this team does. God, I can't wait to go 5-12 next year for no reason. It's going to be super fun. But Najee Harris wins Offensive Player of the Year. Ooh, Dak on the Eagles. That is something. I am terribly sorry to the fans of both of those teams. And Defensive Player of the Year goes to TJ Watt on the Lions. Myles Garrett at number 8. There are a lot of, like, rivals here. or like players that went to rival teams. Cole Holcomb was a Commander. He went to the Eagles. I mean, now he's a Steeler, but you get the idea. Daniil Hunter went to the Packers. Von Miller was a Ram for a year, went to the Cardinals. But Bijan Robinson wins NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. Bryce Young went back to the Panthers. Oh, and now he has Tank Dell. Maybe he would be good now. I don't know. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, we top 4. We almost top 5. Nolan Smith wins it. Jalen Jones at 2. Jalen Carter at 3. Drew Sanders at 4. And Cam Smith at 6. Okay. Jordan Battle at number 10 too. I don't know if I've seen a list like this other than when I'm doing like something stupid, like with a 0 overall team with every draft pick. That's the only way I've seen this happen. Or like an extreme rebuild or something. That's crazy. And you know what? While we are in the awards, let's see if we won any others. Okay, we got best running back for Najee. Jalen Jones at 3 for best DB as a rookie. I'm kind of surprised he didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year, but I guess he wasn't quite as good as Nolan Smith. I'm glad it did go to Nolan Smith though, because a good number 2 pass rusher is harder to find than a good corner. But we are going to be taking on the Cowboys in the wild card. Our team isn't even that good of an overall. We're only an 82. I don't know why we went 13-4. I mean, that just proves how much playbooks are the only thing that matters, unfortunately. But hey, I won't complain for this one. This was a fun simulation. There was some goofy stuff that happened. But obviously the Cowboys have Joe Burrow, which is something. They also took Cam Hayward, Minka Fitzpatrick, Amari Cooper. They also, oh no, that's Tarvarius Ward. I was thinking that was Denzel Ward. They have Marcus Williams. They just went with one division and just took all their players. Why? I mean, it changed a little bit. They also got Tyler Linderbaum though. Is their number 1 receiver Hunter Renfrow? Oh no, they have Amari Cooper. Never mind. I was gonna say. I mean, they had a strategy for the draft. That's for sure. But we have a first of many scenario here before we see what happens against the Cowboys. I don't have much for this game, but we will see what happens. But we will go play it cool. Y'all know me. I'm having a hard time speaking today. I don't know why. But let's simulate this game, and I hope we can win. Bruh. Of course not. I mean, hey, the team isn't that good of an overall yet. I can't complain too much, but we were only 1 overall worse than them, and we were at home, and we had the much better record. Whatever. It's fine. I'll live. I'll be fine. At least we get staff points. Thanks, EA. That makes everything better. All right, well, let's get into the offseason. But in the Super Bowl, we have a California Super Bowl, I guess. Where's this one at? Where is the Super Bowl gonna be this year? I don't even know. I never know. Is it Miami? Oh, no, it's in Vegas. The first thing that came up told me it was in Arizona, but apparently that was last year's. Whatever. But we have some upgrades, of course. I am assuming Nolan Smith went up to Superstar Dev. If he didn't, I will give it to him. Okay, yeah, I saw an ability slot. He did get it. So that's nice. We love to see that. And Najee Harris, we got an upgrade. Did he get X Factor? He did. Okay. I mean, my strategy worked out pretty well. I guess it wasn't necessary. Well, it kind of was a strategy, but it was also like 50% just the only players I could go for. Did we hit any other dev ups though? I would hope we got one for Jalen Jones. None on offense, which kind of makes sense, but on defense, okay, Jalen Jones did get one, thankfully. Surprisingly, Jalen Carter didn't. I thought over 15 TFLs was an automatic dev trait. Maybe it's just if you lead the league in TFLs. I don't know. That's fine. I don't know why I went to edit to check his stats. I'm faded. But let's get into the offseason, and it's going to be interesting to see if there are any good free agents. My guess is no. Not even just for SEC players, but usually in fantasy drafts, year 1 for free agency is horrendous because teams actually have money and can re-sign their players. Oh yeah, we need Najee back. Oh, and why is he not interested now? We were 13-4. You should be more interested now than you were. Whatever. 6 years, 87 mil. He takes it. Okay, cool. Crisis averted. Everyone else though, I mean, I'm kind of good. I mean, they're either not interested or just we could easily replace them. Daniel Carlson I want back just so I don't have to worry about kicker. Okay, he comes back. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention this, but I'm not doing this like I'm not gonna add players if they were at an SEC school at one point. Like they had to have finished at an SEC school. Like, I mean, I guess I technically could, but I can't remember all of them. I can barely remember my own name. I don't have enough space in my brain for all that. But anyways, let's see if there's anyone decent in free agency, but honestly, I don't think there will be. Okay, well, actually, there are some pretty good players, but I mean, we could get Stephon Gilmore. The problem is he's old. I mean, that would be kind of fun though. Oh, there are a lot of teams interested. I don't know. Josh Sweat would be cool too, but we have Nolan Smith. We don't need another Eagles pass rusher. Plus, course, he's Florida State. I'm stupid. Maine? What? Has there ever been another football player from Maine? Wow, they have an ugly fucking logo. Oh my god. They are in the America East Conference? Or no, Coastal Athletic Association. Cool. Oh, Mike DeVito's from there. That's interesting. Anyways, how are we feeling about Jonathan Jones at safety? Is that a good idea? Oh, we can't. Never mind. Yeah, again, a lot of the teams here have money, so it's gonna be hard to sign almost anyone, because there's gonna be mutual interest between the teams and the players. For, like, everybody. Like, me and your mother have mutual interest in each other. There isn't even really a good defensive tackle at all. Not even just for SEC, but just in general. So yeah, that's a big ol' fat skill issue if I've ever seen one. Do I want to see if we can sign Stephon Gilmore, or do I, not want to be disappointed when he doesn't sign? Do you want to sign? No. He goes to the Chiefs. All right, understandable. Let's get to the draft. But in the draft, the Jets ended up with the number 1 pick. Some things just never change, I guess. We pick at number 24, and there were some pretty decent looking players here. I couldn't really find any amazing receivers. I mean, there's Carlos Meadows we could go for, but I don't know. There's Randy Hartman. He actually looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And then from the same school, Blake Smith, he also looks pretty good. So we'll think about those two. They also have the same face. There's Otis Franklin. He looks decent. What about corners? Who's left? There is Morgan Clinton out of Tennessee. He looks pretty good. And then that's about it. Ooh, TJ Simpson looks pretty good. We might have to go for him next round if he's still available. His pursuit isn't great though. I think I'm between these two receivers. I think I might like Randy Hartman more. It's hard to say. Blake Smith looks better, like more well balanced, but Hartman has better catch, better speed, I guess. Does he even have better speed? They have the same speed. I hate that that's a thing. This is literally just the same player twice. Same school, same face, same exact, like physical ratings. Oh, well, I guess Hartman has slightly better change of direction. You know what? Call me crazy. I'm gonna go with Blake Smith. He's a year younger. He has good discipline and good injury. Sure. Oh, okay. That sucks then, because honestly, I think Hartman's a higher overall. I just thought Smith would have a dev trait, but he might be a decent overall. We'll see. God, eventually I'm gonna forget to take an SEC player. I'm just gonna see like a really good looking player and I'll just take them and they'll be from like Oregon or something. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. I guess my penalty will be that I have to cut him. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go with TJ Simpson here, only 21 years old, out of Bama. Had a pretty good combine too. His speed's only solid, which isn't great, obviously, but elite jumping for whatever that's worth. I think he's decent. Let's take him. Of course, another normal dev. Why wouldn't he have normal dev? That's great. You love to see it. A 6'6" playmaker receiver. I mean, he looks terrible, but that's interesting. He looks so bad. We might take him just for fun because he's so interesting. Charleston Southern. Interesting. That guy actually looks good though. I wish we could take him. Is Charleston Southern an SEC school? Surely. Oh, this guy's another 6'6" playmaker guy. He also looks bad, but not as bad. Well, I don't know. He's very similar. How many I've seen like 6 South Carolina receivers. What was their receiving core here? Sure, let's pair our guy up with a teammate. Dalton Morrison, welcome to the team. Another normal dev. Cool. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna make the rest of these picks and we will see what kind of draft we had. Okay, well this was this was definitely a draft. Oh god. Okay, I hope you all understand my vision. We just got unlucky that Blake Smith has normal dev. I also do not like the number 29 for a receiver, so I'm gonna change that. We will go with 11, sure. But I want to see what the other receiver is rated that we passed up on. Also, this wasn't, I mean, there were some good players in this draft class, none that we had the opportunity to take. Quan Bush would have fit for the team though, from Mississippi State. We could trade for him, but that would be really expensive. Is he X Factor? Oh no, he's just star. He also has undisciplined, which I feel like the penalty rating is the most important like trait, which I just don't think traits should be a thing at all. Honestly, I don't think it should have any effect in simulation. I think it should just be overall, but whatever. Is there anyone else we could have gone with? There's Chauncey Billups. He went at number 4 though. He looks pretty good. Childress went in the 2nd round. I wasn't looking at running back though. We're good at running back. There's Travis Warwick. I guess we could have gone for him. And it looks like Blake Smith is the higher overall receiver than Randy Hartman. What's Randy Hartman's dev trait though? Okay, of course he has hidden. It's only star at least, but yeah, I guess I'm fine with that pick then. I mean, he is the highest overall receiver we possibly could have gone with. There was one higher overall receiver, but he was from Colorado, so I'm just coping hard right now. But I mean, that is literally the highest overall guy we could have gotten, so I don't know. But anyways, for the rest of the draft, it wasn't great. TJ Simpson is a lower overall than I thought he would be, and he doesn't have a dev trait, so that's tough. Dalton Morrison isn't great. Johnny Hardiman looks decent. He has hidden dev at least, but we don't need linemen. He's just kind of a backup. What I'm getting at is I don't know what I was doing in this draft. But to be fair, there weren't many better options that I could have taken, so I don't know. I did what I could. I did about as well as I could have, other than that defensive tackle with hidden. That would have been pretty nice. But anyways, let's get into year 2, and hopefully we can do even better this year, but I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. But here's a look at the team heading into year 2 of the rebuild. Do I just not know how overalls work? Oh no, just kidding, I'm stupid. We were an 80 at the start of last year. Okay, never mind. I thought we were lower overall than at the beginning of last year. For some reason, I was thinking we were an 82, but that was at the end. Okay, I understand now. We are 1 overall better this year than we were last year, though. Mac Jones is up to a 78. I mean, that's not bad. And you know, Najee has X Factor. I wish I could find a way to get Devontae Smith more touches, though. Do I want to not start him in the slot, maybe? I don't know. Some playbooks do use the slot receiver as the number 1. Some don't. I don't know. We'll just see what happens this year. But we didn't really add anyone on offense other than Blake Smith at receiver, who we are going to start. We'll try to get him some playing time. If we could get him Rookie of the Year, that could be huge. And then on defense, we drafted Simpson, and that's literally it. Nobody else. But this upcoming offseason, there should be some better free agents available, hopefully. And we should hopefully be able to add, you know, a good linebacker, probably a safety if we want to, hopefully a good corner, maybe another good receiver. And if we do that, this team could be very, very good. But let's get to the midseason point of year 2, and hopefully we aren't like 2-4 or something, but we probably will be. Okay, well, even better than I expected. We are 1-5. Let's go. Kill me. The team gets better, and we are 3 games worse than we were last year, pretty much. That's awesome. That's super cool. What's the problem? I saw our defense was terrible. I already switched our playbook. Don't worry. Ooh, David Andrews has allowed 5 sacks. Trey Smith has allowed 4 from right guard. Interesting. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, there's always just it seems like a forced down year in Madden. I don't know why it's a thing. And usually when that happens, your defense just doesn't get any turnovers, and your offensive line allows about 60 sacks. So it's just one of those years. There's not much I can do about that. Oh, and of course, the year we suck is the year we have to re-sign some of our most important players. That's cool. But Nolan Smith, we will obviously re-sign 5 years, 80 mil, and he doesn't take it yet. That's cool. I ain't reading all that, though. Devontae Smith, 6 years, almost 120 mil. He re-signs, thankfully. That's not very expensive for a really good receiver. Drew Sanders, 4 years, 21 mil. That's very cheap. Evan Ingram, honestly, we'll let him test the market because I want to see if there's a better tight end we can sign. Plus, he's not interested. We could honestly draft a tight end and probably develop one to be as high of an overall as he is within like the first year. We might do that as long as there is one. Ricky Stromberg could end up being a starter for us someday because he has star dev. He resigns. I mean, ideally we would get someone better, but I guess you never know. Ethan Posick is also here. He's been pretty good actually. 3 years, 50 mil. He resigns. And then I think the rest of the guys are backups. So, you know, hopefully we can get Nolan Smith back. But other than that, we're pretty much good for re-signings. Just hopefully we can do better in the second half of the year. Good Lord. How does a team go from 13-4 to 1-5 while not losing anybody and only adding better players? I love this game. Anyways, let's get to the end of the year. We'll see what happens. Oh my God, I literally called it. When did I say that? Did I say that like right before the season, like right after the draft or something? I don't know, but I said, oh boy, can't wait to go 5-12 next year. And we went 5-12. God, dude, I know this game too well. I mean, there's always just a random down year for no reason. It's super fun. It doesn't make the franchise annoying to play at all. But Mac Jones, 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 picks. Definitely a little worse than last year just because of the picks, but about the same. Najee Harris, though, 1,600 yards, 5.5 per carry, 12 touchdowns. He was so much better than last year. I mean, I don't really care about touchdown stats for running backs, really. I mean, they're cool, but I don't know. It just really depends on how they get them. I don't know. Either way, he was very good. Devontae Smith, almost 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Ingram and Hyatt had 700 yards, only 600 for Blake Smith as a rookie. The blocking was actually pretty good in the second half of the year. We might trade David Andrews, though, just because, you know, he wasn't very good. How was he last year? 4 sacks allowed? I mean, 3 is like the ideal number for a center, it feels like. For left tackle, it's about 8. For right tackle, it's about 7 or less. For right guard, it's like 2. So Trey Smith wasn't great. And left guard, it's around like 7 or 6. Like, those are usually the numbers I want to see to know, like, they were actually good, at least for Madden. But Drew Sanders once again led the team in tackles with 131, tackles for loss 21 for Myles Garrett, 13 for Carter, 10 for Smith, and sacks 10.5 for Jalen Carter. Of course, Myles Garrett isn't nearly as dominant here as he is for the Browns, or just when I don't use him. He's always better. Nolan Smith with 7 sacks, he was decent, better than I thought he would do, honestly. And then interceptions, 5 for Drew Sanders led the team. He was really good. And then 1 for 3 other players. So our offense ended up actually being pretty good. Our defense was bad, but it got better. I don't know what to do with this, because we also didn't have that good of points scored, and we had a lot of points allowed. Actually, our defense might have been worse in the second half of the year. I don't know. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes once again. Russ on the Ravens, which, by the way, that whole situation is so weird to me. Like, I said something like that on Twitter, or like what I'm about to say on Twitter, but the stuff the Broncos are doing is genuinely how you create like a poverty franchise. Like, they're trending that direction. They trade for a QB and he doesn't work out, which is like kind of unlucky, kind of their own fault a little bit. So they bring in a new head coach, trade for a new head coach. They start to get a little better this year, and Russell Wilson started to get a little better this year. I mean, I think he's overrated this year. He's kind of like a, you know, check down merchant. He still has good deep balls. I don't know. I feel like his numbers are a lot better than he's actually playing this year, but he's still pretty good. And now that he's playing better, they're like, hey, if you don't take this pay cut, we are gonna bench you for the rest of the year. So that's what they did. Why? I mean, I don't even think it affects their cap space. I think they're just being greedy. Oh shit, literally 15 minutes ago, I see something that says Russell Wilson expects the team to cut him in March. I also saw something that says his contract hasn't even set in and he's still on his Seahawks contract. So I don't know how much penalty that's gonna create for the Broncos, but good luck. I would feel bad, but I remember vividly how rude Broncos fans were right after the Russell Wilson trade happened, so I do not feel bad at all. Get fucked. Absolutely deserved. 43-8, pussies. Unless you're a Broncos fan that wasn't rude, then I still love you, but anyways. Ooh, Justin Herbert is on the Chiefs. How many rivalry changes are there? The Raiders just absolutely love Tua in this game. Justin Fields on the Steelers. That would be kind of cool. I was like 900% convinced they would draft. Aren't they the team the Bears traded up with to get Fields? Maybe not. I don't know about that, actually. Oh my god, the Bengals also have Christian McCaffrey. This is such a fun, you know, fantasy draft result. This is like maybe the coolest one I've ever seen. I like how things worked out here. But Najee Harris wins Offensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year again. Drew Sanders at number 7. I figured he would be up there. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Fowler for the Seahawks. I'm guessing a new QB. Did they just not draft a good QB? I don't remember who it was. I don't even know if I saw. But Blake Smith at number 5. I mean, I wish he would have won that, but I didn't think he would, obviously. And then Devontae Frey. That's a weird way to spell Devontae. With a U? I mean, I guess that still reads the same, but I don't know. And no Falcons up there. What did our safety do? Our rookie safety, was he terrible? TJ Simpson, 75 total tackles, 1 pick, 3 pass deflections. Yeah, he wasn't great. Only 3 pass deflections and 1 pick in almost 1,200 snaps. Okay, he was awful. I mean, I wish there were like catches allowed and, you know, yards allowed stats, but from those numbers, he definitely wasn't great. But that was a lot of rambling. I'm sorry. But let's get into the offseason, and hopefully there are some good free agents this year. But in the Super Bowl, the Saints take down the Bengals. That's an interesting one. I don't like ever see the Saints in the Super Bowl, so I'm glad there's finally a little diversity. Oh yeah, and let's see if we hit any dev-ups. I saw 1 at least. None on offense, I don't think. But on defense, Drew Sanders went up to superstar. And wait, did Ernest Jones get star this year? Or was was it last year and I just didn't notice? It might have been last year and I just didn't notice. That's fine, sure. But yeah, I mean, at least we got one. I wish we got more, but I guess we'll take one. But we have some players to re-sign, and who's it gonna be? Who's left? So we still have Nolan Smith, Evan Ingram. Will he take this? 5 years, 93 mil? I mean, if not, I don't fully trust him to keep playing well. I don't know, maybe he will. We'll see. He doesn't take it. How much is a tag? Probably like 25 mil? Oh, only 20. Yeah, we'll do that. Sure, why not? And then we'll let Evan Ingram test. I hate his hair there. I liked his old hair better. It makes him look like Dracula or some shit. Like, I don't know. I don't think his hair looks like that anymore. I think he grew it back, but I don't know. I miss his old face scan when he had hair. Did he get like hairline surgery? I see a picture of him with it like half filled back in, but it's like patchy as hell. Maybe. That's interesting. Anyways, you do you, bruh. But for the rest of the guys here, I mean, it's just backups, so let's get into free agency and let's see if there's anyone good we can sign this year. Hopefully a tight end, but I don't know who would be available. Travis Kelce's available sometimes, but you know, he's Cincinnati, so can't really do that. But let's see. Okay, that's tough. Still nobody good, like, at all. Oh, there's Trey McBride, but Colorado State. Yeah, I think Ingram is the best option. Is he the only SEC? There's Irv Smith. I'm good. There is Albert Okwuegbunam, but no. Okay, we'll just re-sign Evan Ingram. Is there something goofy I can do, though? Is there like a receiver I can move to tight end or something? No. All right, cool. Ooh, we can sign Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm gonna do that. That would be fun. And let's see, is there a good defensive tackle? I mean, we could get Dietrich Wise, Danico Autry, Deshaun Hand, I guess. Javon Kinlaw, Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown might be a good option. You know what? Let's sign a couple. I'm going to go for Dietrich Wise and I guess Bobby Brown. I mean, why not? He's not interested, but he's only 25. Pretty good. I mean, these aren't crazy signings, but I'm just working with what I got, I guess. We could get Mac Wilson. I'm good. Preston Smith. What the hell is Sioux Falls? Like, what conference even is that? I have no idea. And let's see, is there anything else I'm forgetting about that we need? I mean, we need a good receiver, but we can't really do much there. I could trade for one, though. We'll see. Maybe a safety. Let's get Kyer Elam, too. Why not? Ooh, Eddie Jackson. I mean, he's older, but he's a good overall if we want to make a run this year. He does have offers, but I mean, oh, God, he has a lot of offers. Okay, I don't know if we'll get him, but we will try our best. So we're going to go for Jahmyr Gibbs, Eddie Jackson, Evan Ingram. I should probably go player friendly for Evan Ingram, because if we don't get him, we're kind of screwed. But we're also going for Dietrich Wise and then Kyer Elam and Bobby Brown. So, I mean, nobody insane, but definitely a good group of players. So let's see if we can sign any of these guys. Ooh, okay. We get Dietrich Wise and Kyer Elam. We don't get Eddie Jackson. A lot of players signed. Normally just like a few signed for the first, I guess, simulation. Well, I guess that's probably because teams actually have money here. But I don't think we're going to get Jahmyr Gibbs. We're not going to get Evan Ingram. Oh, shit. Okay, well, hold on. Let me go, just so we can get some players. I'll go very player friendly for Gibbs, and I mean, we need somebody at tight end. Are we just gonna have to go with, I think we're gonna have to go with Irv Smith, and we are definitely gonna try to draft a tight end now. All right, well, Gibbs, Smith, and Brown, who wants to sign? We get Brown, we don't get Gibbs though. Wait, what? Why? The Steelers are doing something here. Irv Smith? No, whatever. That went about as poorly as it could have. Oh yeah, we have Darnell Washington. Never mind, we're good. I do still probably want to look for a safety, maybe a defensive tackle, a corner, and a receiver in the draft. We'll see what the best player I can find is at one of those positions. So let's get to the draft, and I'm in pain. Oh yeah, and I guess the good part is we pick at number 6. For some reason, when we like start off well in a rebuild, I just have the mindset that we're never gonna have a good pick, but you know, we were just terrible this year. So we pick at number 6. And okay, there was one really good receiver, and he is gone, unfortunately. Well, not really good, but at least a straight up first round talent. There are a few other first to second round guys, but I'm not gonna pick one of them here, obviously. So what should we do? This tight end. Ooh, I mean, we don't need tight end. Nah, he's slow. I'm good. Defensive tackle. Ooh, Darren Wooden is fast. I mean, that's about it, but he is fast. I mean, he has good finesse moves, good awareness. Joe McDowell looks good. Elite strength, elite acceleration. He's gonna have normal dev. I already know it. I don't like taking defensive tackles. I feel like I always take ones with normal dev. Kendrick Whitfield looks pretty good. Craig Wilford looks pretty good. good. I don't know. I'm just not good at telling, like, who the best defensive tackles are. I feel like I overvalue strength and end up taking bad players. Ooh, Demetrius Woodson, which I don't know about Demetrius, but fair enough. He looks pretty damn good. I mean, his block shedding and tackle aren't great. That's the problem, but I don't know. It's just hard to tell for me. I'm bad at drafting. Should I just go with the top guy? I don't think he looks that good, though. Let's go with Joe McDowell. He's gonna have normal dev, but he's really strong. Kinda has finesse moves, but I don't think that's gonna be good at all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I kinda think Demetrius Woodson is the best one, but I'm worried because he's projected to go later. Darren Wooden also does have a finesse moves, which I trust more. You know what? We'll just go with Joe McDowell. Sure. Okay, he has hidden dev, thankfully. I spent way too much time on that, but I think we ended up with a good player. I don't know if he's the best, but at least he has a dev trait. And let's see, is there a good receiver left? There are a few. Okay, good. Now, which one's the best? F injury, but shows good discipline. He might have a dev trait. C injury, shows good discipline. Lacks discipline, bad injury. Ooh, he is very fast too. He is a year older than the others, but I feel like he has the best chance of having a dev trait. I don't know. Now that I say that, he probably won't, but I'm just going off what I've figured out. Let's go with Kyle Davis. Okay, he does have hidden dev. I'm surprised 4.25 and 4.24 speed is only 97 with 95 excel, but whatever. He's wearing number 24. I need to change that. I'm fine with the speed numbers. I'm not fine with the number. That's gotta go. And let's once again see if there is a good corner available. I'm sure all the safeties are gone. I'll check in a second, because maybe not, but we'll see. Ooh, this is a man-to-man corner with B zone too. Ooh. How is 4.45 and 4.39 speed only solid? See, that's why I hate this. I mean, 4.45 speed I'm more fine with calling solid, but I don't know. Solid's gonna be like 89 or something. I'm gonna KMS. I don't know. Cunningham looks good. He's the one I'm leaning towards. Is there a good safety left? Devin Valentine. Ooh. Okay, he has bad man, but A awareness, possibly A play rec, B pursuit, B tackle. He's a zone safety, so I think it's fair to assume he has, you know, at least B zone coverage. Is he better than the safety we already drafted last year, though? I don't know. That's the thing. How about Eric Duncan? Is he good? Oh, I've never seen that before. He doesn't exist. It set me back to free safety. That's interesting. Okay. Ooh, he looks good, but I know less about him. Ah, yes, how helpful. I wanted to know his finesse moves, but I didn't want to know his coverage ability. I wanted to know his kick return ability, but I didn't want to know his coverage ability. I'm gonna scream. I love this game. All right, let's go with Devin Valentine. Ooh, I might have fucked up. Where was that receiver from? Oh no, I did it. I did the thing. Oh God. Let's hope he was from Alabama. Smile. And the defensive tackle. Oh no. All right, we'll see. I mean, this guy's thankfully from Texas A&M, so we're good. Oh, God. I forgot what we're doing. Okay, Devin Valentine, hidden dev. I'm hoping those two were SEC guys, but I think I know they won't be. Oh, no. Maybe I can trade them, like, straight up for another player in the class. We'll see. Oh, God. Just in case, I should take another receiver. I fucked up. I threw. I shouldn't have done that right after I woke up. That probably wasn't a good play. That's my excuse for being stupid, is I'm tired. People were probably screaming at me if they were paying attention. I don't know. Oh God, there are like two other SEC receivers. Are there even two? I only saw one. There's Travis Beckham from Tennessee. And is that it? Oh God. Okay, Travis Beckham, welcome to the team. Normal dev. Oh no. I had one job. Literally one. Ooh, Mike Hilton, the cornerback. He's from Tennessee. He has A finesse moves. I mean, that's about it, but we need somebody there because the guy we took may or may not be from the SEC. Is there anyone else? There's Deshaun Sears. Are you good? The other guy looks better. There's Caleb Edwards. Are you good? No. Okay, well, let's go with Mike Hilton as the last pick I'm going to show. What am I going to do if those first two guys aren't SEC? I don't know, but normal dev for Mike Hilton. Let's find out. Let's see what happened. Okay, we are almost good. Man, I'm depressed. Kyle Davis is actually decent, but but Joe McDonald is from Missouri. Or McDowell, whatever. I can read. And yeah, he has 69 finesse moves, even though that was a B. See, that's why I hate how that works. Y'all don't need to hear me rant about that again. Y'all have already heard that enough. But he's actually pretty decent looking. He'll start. I mean, he isn't anything special. Definitely not as like a top 10 pick. I'm sure there were better options, but I'm at least happy I picked an SEC guy. I almost went Wooden, and he is Boston College. So what conference is Boston College? I forgot. I don't know. But Whitfield is Clemson. Glad I didn't go with him. Drayton is LSU. Wilford is USC. Glad I didn't go with him. Where was the one I was thinking about? Okay, Woodson was Oklahoma. He also wasn't good. So, oh, he was bad. He was the worst out of the group. Okay, glad I didn't go with him. I'm surprised. He looked good. I guess he must just be a bad run defender. I don't know. But we are going to have to do something with Kyle Davis. Was there another receiver in the class? Maybe my punishment should just be that I have to cut the player. Is that fair? I don't know. I mean, it's probably fair, but do I want to be fair? We'll see. Travis Beckham is actually decent. He's a 70. I mean, that's not going to matter, but I'm just pointing it out. The Seahawks took 2 Clemson receivers. Damn, there were like no SEC receivers at all. There's Jarvis George. He actually looked pretty good. And yeah, he's the only other one. How's this going to work? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm cheating. Let's go. I mean, I could have just, wait, it still shows Kyle Davis. I mean, I guess we did pick him, so that makes sense. But, we'll just make the excuse that I picked him there, and we'll forget that ever happened, all right? Cool. The rest of the draft was terrible, but, I mean, I don't know. The rest of the SEC players were just terrible. I don't know what to say. There weren't that many in this draft. Like, at least at positions we even remotely needed, so skill issue, I guess. I don't know. Let's get into year 2. Year 3, whatever. Whatever year it is, I don't know. You know what? I wonder if we should switch back to a 3-4. We have a lot of defensive tackles. I honestly half forgot we signed Dietrich Wise. I really shouldn't do these right after I wake up, but I do. We would play Jalen Carter, I guess, at defensive tackle because he's the biggest, and then Wise and McDowell as defensive ends. Wise is a much better fit as a 3-4 defensive end than a 4-3 defensive tackle. I mean, he's 6'6", 285. And then Nolan Smith, Azeez Ojulari, they're both better fits as, 3-4 outside linebackers. The only weird one is Myles Garrett, but I mean, that would still be fine. Should I do it? And we don't really have that many good linebackers. Well, I guess the same amount would play either way, so that's not really a factor. I just want to play more of our defensive linemen, our defensive tackles. So yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Sure. It's gonna take a minute, but let's do it. Okay, well, here we are heading into year 3, and, still no major differences on offense. I mean, we have another rookie receiver. We'll see if Jarvis George can be good. A receiver I definitely drafted. Definitely. He is really, I guess, similar to the guy we drafted. So yeah, let's just straight up pretend we drafted Jarvis George. Mac Jones is also up to an 80, which is pretty nice. I mean, this team is developing really well. Najee Harris up to a 92. Devontae Smith isn't developing as much as I expected. I just thought we would use, our number 1 receiver more, but I don't know. The Falcons do weird shit in real life too, so I guess this makes sense. Oh yeah, and obviously no more Evan Ingram. We're going to try Darnell Washington. And then on defense, it low-key looks a lot better now that, we switched to a 3-4. We still really need a number 2 corner. I mean, Jalen Jones was good that first year, but since then, well, I guess we've only done one other year, but, we went from 5 picks to 0 picks. He got 1 more pass deflection last year than his first year, but maybe he can bring some of that, first year back. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, the D-line is looking pretty good, assuming we can develop McDowell. The edge group is very good. The linebackers are good. We'll see what Valentine can do at free safety. This team is nice. I thought there would be more SEC players in the drafts, but I guess not. But we still have made a pretty good team so far. So let's get into year number 2, and we will see how we are doing at the midseason point. Ooh, okay. Wow, this division is good this year. We're 6-0. The Panthers and Bucks are 5-2, and the Saints are 4-3. But, more importantly, we are 6-0. I am surprised. Hopefully last year was just a fluke, and we can just get back to greatness, and it looks like we kind of are. Now, are we going to actually finish as a good team? Let me see. I mean, we should hopefully finish as a playoff team, but ooh, yeah, I think we are gonna. Okay, our offense, I think, is gonna take a step back, but it looks like we do have one of the best defenses. We're only 29th for pass yards per game and 15th for rush yards per game. Ooh, yeah, we have the number 26 offense. Should we try a new offensive playbook? I mean, I don't know. Our defense, though, is really good. Is there someone that's, like, playing terribly on offense or something? Let me see. Oh, we don't really have a good receiver. That's tough. Elkton Jenkins and David Andrews, both of them are doing not great. Better than last year, though, at least. You know what? I'm gonna bench David Andrews. He hasn't been good 1 year in this rebuild. I mean, the first year he was fine. But let's try out Hardiman at center. Johnny Hardiman. We'll see. I mean, he's a pass protector type, so that probably means he's going to be terrible in pass protection because this game makes a lot of sense. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. But again, Mac Jones is doing well. I was thinking about before the season, you know, maybe I should have drafted a QB or at least looked at QB in the draft, but I mean, Mac Jones is good again. I definitely wouldn't say he's the problem, at least so far. Unfortunately, Valentine only has star dev. McDowell, I don't know yet. And George only star dev. I figured George would only have star. I was hoping Valentine might have superstar, but whatever. Let's check out our re-signings though. Who do we have here? Okay, Nolan Smith, again, that makes sense. He looks a lot cheaper now that he's an outside linebacker, which I don't know if that makes sense or not, but 6 years, 114 mil. He re-signs. Ooh, Mac Jones. Okay, here's the thing. He isn't interested. It would be a massive risk to try and get a new QB. I mean, he's been good this year, but he hasn't had like an insane year. But also the thing with that is, you know, we can blame that on the offense. I don't know, man. We'll re-sign Darnell Washington, 4 years, 31 mil. He takes it. I mean, the thing is too, if we re-sign Mac Jones, we're gonna have no money, and I don't even know if we can. No, I mean, we can't go very player friendly. Yeah, we'll wait. I mean, God, I don't know. We'll re-sign Jake Matthews, I think. You know, he's been good. 2 years, 28 mil. He hasn't been crazy good, but he's been all right. And any other starters? No, I think that's it. So now we definitely can't afford Mac Jones, at least for now. I wish I set quarterback as our focus position, but nah, I mean, we can just focus scout whatever SEC quarterbacks are there. That's fine. That's probably better anyways. But let's get to the end of the year. I don't think we're going to finish super great. I think we'll finish somewhere around 11-6, but I guess you never know. Let's see what happens. I mean, we could be 17-0 for all I know. All right, well, before I reveal how we did in year number 3, if you haven't already for some reason, you know, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. It helps out the channel. I would very much appreciate it. Once we get to 30K, I have something special, and if we can hit 1,500 likes, what the hell did I even promise? Oh yeah, I said we'll do another one of these, and, you know, after this video, go watch the Chiefs rebuild I did. On that one, I set a like goal of 1,500, which I think we might be close to. It's probably at like 1,000, I think. I don't know. But if we hit that one, I'll do something, you know, chaotic. Maybe too chaotic, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, the team is looking really nice at the end of year 3. We even have an upgrade for Drew Sanders. We'll take that. I have the XP sliders for linebacker cranked to like 150, and they still barely develop, even with superstar and playing super well. So maybe I should just crank it to 200. I don't know. Unfortunately, dude, I am just bad at drafting. I don't know. Dowell only has star, and then like I said, Valentine and George only have star. I'm sure the receiver I picked originally has X factor, probably. But anyways, in year number 3, I know this game too well. We finished 11-6. I don't know how I do these things. I be knowing. I don't know. We only finished 5-6 in the second half of the year, though. I mean, that isn't great. Our offense did better, though, so our defense got slightly worse, but like not much worse. It's kind of weird we finished 11-6. I mean, I thought things would stay about the same. That's usually kind of what happens, but things got better, but we did worse, like much worse. Okay, sure, why not? Mac Jones was pretty good. 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, 8 picks. Pretty good year. Oh my God. Najee Harris, almost 1,800 yards, 5.6 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, close-ish to 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Not much outside of him, though. The blocking, I didn't mean to click Evan Neal. The blocking was actually really good, and I'm glad we went to Hardiman. He was better, only 2 sacks allowed compared to Andrews' 3, and Hardiman played more snaps, so we take those. And on the defense, Drew Sanders led the team in tackles with 127, tackles for loss, 18 for Carter, 15 for Garrett, 12 for McDowell, 10 for Nolan Smith. We've had so many tackles for loss in this rebuild, so many TFLs. And sacks, finally, Myles Garrett breaks the 10 sack mark with 14.5. I mean, I want the 25 that he usually gets, but I guess it's better than 8.5 and 9.5. Only 7.5 sacks for Nolan Smith, but I mean, that's fine. It could be worse. Not much interior pressure. And then interceptions, 4 for Jamel Dean, 3 for Sanders and Jones. I guess I should specify Jalen Jones. 2 for Cam Smith and Devin Valentine, and then 1 for a few players. Lots of interceptions. An MVP for the 3rd time in a row goes to Patrick Mahomes. Of course it does. Mac Jones at 10 once again. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Najee Harris, of course. He's insane in this game. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Myles Garrett at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Caleb Larson for the Rams. Jarvis George at number 6. Who was the receiver we took? What was his name? I think it was Kyle Davis, right? Yeah. We'll see what his dev trade is in a second. But our guy played better, I guess. And then Craig Wilford for... Wow, literally our division rivals top 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's fun. But Craig Wilford for the Saints wins it. I don't think we could have taken him anyways, but I was thinking about it. I'm glad I didn't, though, because he probably wouldn't have fit the team. Joe McDowell at number 8. Let's see, though, what... I mean, it doesn't matter. We can't have him anyways, but... Ew, that's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Ugh. But what is Kyle Davis's dev trait? Okay, it's only stars, so we're good. I'm fine with it. This Rams offense looks terrible other than Bijan. But we are going to be taking on the Washington Commanders in the wild card. This very well could be the last game of the rebuild, depending on how I'm feeling. You know, we've built a good team, even though this is a challenge. We're an 85 overall. I mean, this is like not a very hard challenge, but it is still, you know, limiting in what we can do. And we do have one of the better teams. I mean, it looks like we are tied for the 5th best team. The Vikings have an 86, so do the Seahawks and the Saints. The Ravens have an 87, and then an 85 is next, which is our overall. So we're pretty good. We definitely could go one more year if we lose this game, which there's a good chance we do. But let's simulate this game out against the Commanders. Who's their QB? I can't remember. Was it someone cursed? Oh, it's Will Levis. I mean, that's kind of cursed. He was pretty good this year, though. Really similar numbers to Mac Jones, just maybe slightly worse. But let's simulate this game out, and we will see if we can get a win. I don't have a good feeling. Okay, just kidding. We win 33-21. And we are going to be taking on our division rivals, the New Orleans Saints, who won the division. They won Defensive Rookie of the Year. They're one of the few teams with a better overall than us, so this, I mean, we don't really deserve to win this game necessarily, but it would be fun if we did. That's all I'm saying. We'll go chess match, though, I guess. I never know what to go for that scenario. We have a couple upgrades, though. Ooh, AJ McCarron, that's huge. We have Joe McDowell, though. But let's simulate this game out, and we'll see if we can win. We do. We win 28-25 against the Saints. And now we're taking on another team that's a higher overall than us. You know what? I'm glad these teams are in the playoffs. It's rare that, you know, high overall teams are some of the best teams in this game, but it looks like they are here. This is a rare Madden W. Now, they had a terrible defense. Well, a terrible overall defense, but they had a lot of takeaways, a good red zone percentage. I don't know. They were 6th in points allowed, just they allowed a lot of yards, so I guess that's fine. This is like the best Madden simulation I've ever seen. I mean, we've had diversity, we've had, I don't know, it's been good, surprisingly. We have a recap for the playoff rivals, though. We get +5 hit power, +5 staff points, absolutely massive. That's such a lame, like, reward. I don't know. I feel like for beating a playoff rival, that would be super motivating. Or, you know what I mean, beating a division rival in the playoff. But who do the Vikings have? Are they the team that had Joe Burrow? No, I think that was the Cowboys. What's their team looking like? Oh, they have Lamar. They also have Devin Witherspoon. I saw that. They have Budda Baker, Joel Bitonio, Terry McLaurin, Aaron Jones, Roland Chason, a pretty good looking safe. Already an 87 overall. Damn. Shaquille Leonard, George Pickens. This is a cool team. A pretty well-balanced team, too. I mean, they don't really have anything. They don't really have any holes, like, at all. I mean, left tackle isn't great, but Rasheed Walker's decent in real life. Their D-line's a little thin. Also, I hate how this team schemes things. They have Carl Granderson as a defensive end, and then they have Matt Judon as an outside linebacker, and then they have Shaquille Leonard as an outside linebacker. Fun. Anyways, let's simulate this game against the Vikings, and we will see what happens here. And we win 27-17. Oh, I was like, what kind of upgrade do we get? It must be cool. It's Leonard Floyd, who doesn't play. That's awesome. But we are going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl. We are the same overall. We have the same record. I guess we are a slightly better team. I mean, they have a 2 higher overall offense, which is probably more valuable, but we have a 3 higher overall defense. So I don't know. They had the number 2 scoring offense. We had number 5, but we allowed the 4th fewest points per game. They allowed the 6th most, I guess. So that's not great from them. Their defense didn't play well at all. I feel like we're the better team here, but I don't know. Ooh, okay, they had the number 1 offense, but we had the number 1 defense. I mean, am I going to reference the 43-8 Super Bowl again? Seahawks versus Broncos? Maybe I am. We all know how that one went. And they had a miserable defense. Number 31. We had number 7 for offense. So can't wait to lose this game. It's going to be awesome. Super Bowl Media Day. This is everything. I think we're going to go out here. I mean, are we going out with a bang or are we going out sad? I don't know. I guess we'll see. We have some upgrades before we get in here, though. Najee Harris, Cam Smith. Did Cam Smith win an award or is it just an upgrade? Probably just an up. Training, defend, deep pass. Very cool. How does that even happen? Why does their hair just freak out? I've never really seen, you know, the hair on the back of their head freak out like that. that? Is there just strong wind in the room? I don't know. But Najee Harris is now up to a 96. We know who the Bengals QB is. Okay, that might be the best quarterback season I've ever seen. 4,600 yards, 42 touchdowns, 0 interceptions from Patrick Mahomes. What? Oh my God. Okay, let me take a closer look at that. Did he have any like fumbles or anything, or did he just straight up have 0 turnovers? Yeah, no picks, no fumbles. I mean, does that just count when he, you know, actually runs with the ball, or like if he gets sacked? How do you not fumble as a QB? I guess he didn't though. They also have Christian McCaffrey. I forgot about that. Chris Godwin was really good. Oh yeah, they're the team that got Randy Hartman, and he did well. They also stole Evan Ingram from us. Fuck. Oh God. All signs are pointing to us losing this game, but they have no pass rush. Other than Trey Hendrickson, which they got him back, so that's interesting. They had 7 interceptions from Kendall Fuller, though. All right, well, that's a good team, and they had a few players do really well on defense, but for the most part, it was bad. Let's jump in, and let's see what happens. This is going to be a tough game. This screen always takes so long to load. Wait, is this a home game? Oh my God. I forgot. This is the Falcons Stadium Super Bowl. I didn't mean to return that. I guess I'm playing. I haven't actually played this game in a long time. I'm lagging. All right, we returning this shit. This feels so weird. I don't think I've ever actually played this game for a Super Bowl. This game freaks my PC out though. Well, it's probably because I have like 20 things open right now, but let's simulate this game out and let's see if we can get the SEC team a Super Bowl win. We gave them a good start with that return. We get a touchdown, but they easily drive for a touchdown. We score again to make it 14-7. They turn the ball over, but we turn it right back and they get a touchdown. So we are tied at 14-14. We're driving again. We make it 21-14, but they match it pretty easily. We kick a field goal. They kick a field goal. They're just matching us, and we drive at the end to kick a field goal, and that's gonna be it. We win a Super Bowl with Mac Jones and the SEC team. And hey, all I'm saying is that kick return, you know, I'm just crazy. What can I say? I think I'm on All-Pro. So that ain't saying much, but you know what? I contributed to this Super Bowl win. I mean, I guess I did in, you know, building the entire team, but either way, this is a really good roster. This team definitely deserves a Super Bowl win. It wasn't the highest overall team in the league, but it was one of them. And seeing Mac Jones with the Lombardi Trophy that's something. Oh, he got massively outplayed by Patrick Mahomes. All right, understandable. But of course, that is the perfect way to end out a rebuild. A Super Bowl home game that we win against an offense led by Patrick Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey. I don't know how we beat that team, but we did. But hey, our team is nasty too. But this was a really fun rebuild. I really want to do something like this again, assuming I, you know, remember to pick all the right players. So let me know if you want to see like, you know, ACC, Big Ten, maybe Pac-12, but only Oregon State and Washington State. That would be awful. I'm not doing that. I mean, I could. There are a surprising amount of Washington State players in the drafts. That could be a fun one. Wait. I mean, I don't think that would go well, but it would be fun. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to see, let me know down below. Cannot even be like, you know, conference related. Just whatever rebuild y'all want to see, let me know. That is the end of today's rebuild. Again, be sure to drop a like, 1,500 likes, and we'll do something cool. Subscribe for more if you for some reason haven't already. Maybe you don't even realize you're not subscribed, but thank you all so much for watching. And with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.